Good morning. What is it today? Today is the 12th of June. So I'm reading Proverbs 12. Let's go. Whoever loves instruction loves knowledge, but he who hates... Why didn't I start again without the yawn? From 1. Whoever loves instruction loves knowledge, but he who hates correction is stupid. Not just he, also she. She who hates correction is also stupid. From 2. A good man obtains favor from the Lord, but a man of wicked intention he will condemn. A man is not established by wickedness, but the root of the righteous cannot be moved. An excellent wife is the crown of her husband, but she who causes shame is like rottenness in his bones. Wow. Rottenness in his bones. From 5. The thoughts of the righteous are right, but the counsels of the wicked are deceitful. The words of the wicked are lie in wait for blood, but the mouth of the upright will deliver them. The wicked are overthrown and are no more, but the house of the righteous will stand. A man will be condemned according to his wisdom, but he who is of a perverse heart will be despised. Better is the one who is slighted but has a servant, than he who honors himself but lacks bread. A righteous man regards the life of his animal, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. That's one for the vegans, isn't it? I bet the vegans pump that one. Proverbs 12:10. He who tills the land will be satisfied with bread, but he who follows frivolity is devoid of understanding. The wicked covet the catch of the evil man. The wicked covet the catch of the evil man, but the root of the righteous yields fruit. The wicked is ensnared by the transgression of his lips, but the righteous will come through trouble. A man will be satisfied with good by the fruit of his mouth, and the recompense of the man's hands will be rendered to him. The way of a fool is right in his yawn. From 15. The way of the fool is right in his own eyes, but he who heeds counsel is wise. A fool's wrath is known at once, but a prudent man covers shame. He who speaks truth declares righteousness, but a false witness deceit. There is one who speaks like the piercing of a sword. There is one who speaks like a piercing of a sword, but the tongue of the wise promotes health. The truthful lip shall be established forever, but a lying tongue is but for a moment. Amen. Come on. Deceit is in the heart of the wise. Deceit is in the heart of those who devise evil, but counselors of peace have joy. No grave trouble will overtake the righteous, but the wicked shall be filled with evil. Lying lips are an abomination to the Lord, but those who deal truthfully are his delight. A prudent man conceals knowledge, but the heart of fools proclaims foolishness. The hand of the diligent will rule, but the lazy man will be put to forced labor. Anxiety in the heart of man causes depression, but a good word makes it glad. Again from 25 without the yawn. Anxiety in the heart of Anxiety in the heart of man causes depression, but a good word makes it glad. The righteous should choose his friends carefully, for the way of the wicked leads them astray. The lazy man does not roast what he took in hunting, but diligence is a man's precious possession. In the way of righteousness is life, and in its pathway there is no death. That is Proverbs 12. Amen. to what stood out to us today. Obviously, the Proverbs 12:4. An excellent wife is the crown of her husband, but she who causes shame is like rottenness in his bones. It just stood out because, come on, man, rottenness in his bones. Like, I think oftentimes in the Proverbs there are these quite graphic images that really, push the point home. And so, just rottenness in his bones, like rot is not good. And then, just the thought of your bones rotting. Well, isn't that gangrene? No, gangrene isn't your bones, is it? Gangrene is like, yeah, is that not gangrene? Is it? Anyway, yeah. Whether it be rotten flesh is gangrene or rotten bones, just like the whole idea of your body rotting. Just how unideal is that, if that's even a word? Just how bad is that? That's how, you know, an excellent wife is the crown of her husband, but she who causes shame is like rottenness in his bones. Wow. Because you go from the crown, crowns are, beautiful adornments, aren't they? And also, you have to be very special to have a crown. Like queens and kings and queens have crowns and stuff like that. So it's like, yeah, just an excellent wife is a crown of a husband. Do you know what I mean? He walks with her with pride everywhere he goes. That is my queen. It's that kind of mentality. And then you go and you realize that the opposite. She who causes shame, it's like rottenness in his bones. It's like, imagine you just walking with mold. And the thing is, when your bones are rotten, okay, I'm unclear at this moment whether gangrene is the rotting of the flesh or the bones. But either way, I just have this vision of gangrene. And the thing is, once that rot is there, like there's no cure in it. You have to cut that away because the thing will just spread. And so it's just that kind of vivid image that I had. It's like that shame will spread. And the thing is as well, like so for example, if your wife or your partner has done something shameful to you that you're not aware of, um, the more you walk with her, and obviously if others are aware of this shameful thing that she's done, it's like it kind of gets worse. But it's like if she should come and confess the thing to you, it's like the duration of the time that this thing has happened is kind of spanned over will make this thing worse for you. Like emotionally, I'm speaking like this. The damage. Anyway, I'm not sure if I'm really articulating myself correctly here, but that really stood out to me. And then there was another one. The truthful lips shall be established forever, but a lying tongue is but for a moment. It's very big, like you will come into some times where people will incorrectly use their tongue and their palates. The dexterity will just, and the lies will be falling off. But those lies will only last for a moment. I'll say this as an example. My ex-wife and I, we didn't have the greatest of relationships. I guess that was kind of, that lead wasn't buried in in the term ex-wife. Now, a lot of things were said about me that were untrue behind my back. But I could feel these things because the way people were dealing with me was a bit weird. All of a sudden, it's like people, and sadly to them, They had heard whatever they had heard and just accepted it as the gospel. Um, but as the years went by, my integrity and my consistency outlived those lies, to the point where every one of those people who were looking at me funny, giving me side eye, they ended up looking at me straight. And they would even come with the compliment, you know, you're a really good dad, Darren. You know, stuff like that. And some of them would even say, you know, I heard this and that and that and this, and do you know what I mean? I can see I was wrong. Like essentially, those lies could not last forever, um, because of the consistency of my integrity and my transparency with the fact that what's best for my child is all I really want. So yeah, for those lies, um, it couldn't last. It couldn't stand up in real time. So that really stuck out to me. That was what was that? That was Proverbs 12:4 and 12:19 really, really stood out. I think it was something else that caught my attention, but I'm not sure what it was. So I feel like that is it for today. Thank you so much for reading the Proverbs with me.